Welcome back to Astrology, Angels, and More. I'm your host, Mary Silvernail, and today is November the 4th, 2021. And it happens to be the Scorpio new moon that I'm going to be talking to you about. Now, for the month of October, happy birthday, Scorpio! Scorpio is the 8th sign of the zodiac with Pluto as its ruler. Although some astrologers argue that Mars is the ruler, the colors black, deep red, and violet, Scorpios love violet, are associated with the sign of Scorpio. Now, tiger's eye and malachite are lucky stones for Scorpios. Scorpios are very instinctive, magnetic people. They're intense, very intense and focused. When a Scorpio sets their sights on something, they're unstoppable. And they're extremely intense until they reach their goal. Scorpios may be accused of being too obsessive and secretive at times. They can sometimes be cold to strangers, but have very intense bonds with their loved ones. When a Scorpio loves, they love all the way. Very intense and passionate. But if you wrong a Scorpio, they may appear to forgive on the surface, but they can carry an injustice all the way to their grave. But they're also very highly intuitive people. A lot of psychics, a lot of intuitives are Scorpios. Now, as I had mentioned to you, today is November the 4th, 2021. And we're actually filming on location at my office here in New Jersey. So, as I said, this is the Scorpio, for all you Scorpios, really for everyone, but especially all you Scorpios out there. Today is the Scorpio new moon. And this can bring us all renewed energy to begin a new project. That's the best time to ever start anything new, is on a new moon. Because we get that boost of that new energy of starting something again, something anew. You may feel an overwhelming urge to do something completely different than before that can lead you into new and exciting territory. Be aware, though, that others in your life may object to you taking a leap of faith, especially since this Scorpio new moon is conjunct the Sun and Mars, also in Scorpio, which can strongly be associated with feelings of jealousy. So, if there's something that you would like to start, some kind of a project, or maybe you have a really great idea, and if you find that perhaps your partner is saying, oh no, that won't work, or something like that, maybe you need to really just do what you feel is best. Because they may be afraid that it would be taking too much time away from them. So, also though, at the same time that this new moon is in effect, the new moon in Scorpio is actually opposing the planet Uranus in Taurus, which can create something out of the blue that you haven't even anticipated. The planet Uranus causes sudden great change. It can be life-changing. But remember what I was just saying. the way that the aspects are of the planets right now, there's a possibility if there's something new that you would like to start, perhaps others may not be as supportive now. And many times what it truly is a matter of jealousy. Remember what the Buddhists say. When others send negative thoughts your way, it's due to jealousy or greed or both. And seriously, when you think about situations in your life, that always seems to be true. On November the 23rd, the sun enters beautiful Sagittarius. And then on the 25th, Mercury will also enter the sign of Sagittarius, giving dynamic energy to our thoughts and bringing about new ideas that perhaps we haven't thought of before. Then we have the partial lunar eclipse that will also be happening this month, though. Now, that full moon will be happening on November 19th in the sign of Taurus. And it's part of what we call in astrology a T-square of planets. And many times with a T-square, it can create some tensions, especially associated to any prior lunatation. So there's a combination going on here of the new moon and the full moon that's creating the ability for you to perhaps want to do something new, but then fulfilling it and realizing the potential of all that come the full moon. And it's a powerful full moon because it's a partial lunar eclipse. Now, realize whatever tensions that you're up against, they're there to actually help you to grow. This is a time to stand tall and see how high you can reach. With lucky Jupiter in Aquarius, you're protected and nurtured, whether you're aware of it or not. Jupiter, the luckiest planet of all, is in Aquarius. With Jupiter in Aquarius, it's equivalent to angel wings or even a fairy godmother's energy holding you up and boosting you to success. This full moon in Taurus on the 19th is also trine Pluto in Capricorn, helping to move you forward from any situation where you had previously felt stuck. With all these planetary aspects this month, have the confidence to know that the universe is smiling on you and helping you move forward and succeed. I wish you many, many blessings this month because a lot of you will be starting new projects. This is also the month of Thanksgiving, November. And I have in front of me here a very special angel. This is Archangel Barachiel. Barachiel is the angel, the archangel of abundance. You see the basket of bread here that Barachiel is holding here. Barachiel is a very lucky angel. And if you feel that you need more or you're lacking in life in some way, say some nice little prayers to Archangel Barachiel. Ask for blessings from Barachiel. Barachiel also brings the blessings of children. If you're having a problem getting pregnant and you want to bring a child into your life, Barachael will help very, very much. And so now we're going to take a break, and then when we come back, we have a very, very special guest for you and something very special for you for this Thanksgiving show. We'll be right back. Welcome back. I have a very special guest here with me now. Her name is Joann Reinhardt, and she's a Usui Holy Fire 3 Reiki Master Teacher, and she's been practicing since 2012. Joann happens to be very special to me because Joann happens to be one of my students, one of my original students. And she does some very special things. And I'm going to introduce her now, and she can explain to you exactly what she does. And you're in for some really nice treat here tonight. Hi, Joann.
Hi, Mary.
Welcome back to the show. You were here, I think, last January.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So welcome back.
Thank you. I'm very happy to be here. I appreciate the invitation. It's great to be back. And yeah, I've been practicing Reiki for about 9 years, and I absolutely love it. I do it as much as possible, both teaching and practicing, mostly as a volunteer in different healthcare settings, working in a respite center for women with cancer, and in different hospice settings, infusion centers, anywhere where peaceful relaxation is needed, and we certainly all can benefit from that.
Yes, we can.
So
Especially now.
Absolutely, especially now. That's right. So Reiki is just really life-changing, as we know, and
Yes.
It's been, Holy Fire has been tremendous experience. And so what I started doing was, in addition to the Reiki practice,
Yes.
I've started to use crystal bowls in sound healing. And that has also been beautiful experience. And then I combined Reiki and crystal bowls. So that's, I guess, what we're going to talk about more today.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Because you're going to be doing a meditation for us today, right? With your crystal bowls. I'm really looking forward to that. So it's extremely healing. It's sound healing, right? So could you explain a little bit to our audience about sound healing? Because a lot of people probably have never even heard of it or about the crystal bowls, even though you were on our show once before, you know. And one thing I did want to say to you, my son told me this morning he had heard that now they're having the crystal bowl meditations actually for children in the schools.
Wow.
To help give them peace and everything, since everything that has, you know, happened with them not being in school for so long and everything like that. So now, please tell us all about it.
That makes me so happy, what you just said about the
Yes.
schools with children. That is absolutely beautiful. Sound healing is, it's just amazing. It's really using music to promote our physical and emotional well-being. And, you know, our instrument, each one of us, our instrument really can be our voice and singing. And there's lots of ways to practice that. And or music that we love. It's always good to listen to music that really speaks to you, which can be different for different people.
Very healing.
Yeah, absolutely. And we deserve that time for ourselves to be peaceful and to experience joy through the music. And sound healing, I love to use the crystal bowls. There are crystal bowls, there are metal Tibetan bowls, there are other instruments, didgeridoo, lots of other instruments that can be used. So really it depends on what the person prefers. And there's music therapy itself. So there's really many different practices In terms of the crystal bowls and
Yes.
the sound healing, the reason it works so well, and works, when I say works so well, I mean restores our body to balance, restores our balance and our sense of harmony. So if we're afraid or anxious, or it's not a positive state to be in. And the crystal bowl, because our body, the way that we're made, we really we emit vibrations all the time. Everything does.
Everything
right?
is a vibration.
Right, and we
Yes.
affect each other, our vibrations, and so the crystal bowl, the sound healing, the waves actually go through your body, and so our bodies are also made of mostly water, and so it acts to remove any blockages.
When you say the waves, the energy waves, the waves of energy,
Yes,
right?
which
Yes.
is sound.
Exactly. Exactly. Yes.
It's amazing, and it's an ancient practice. We didn't just make this up, It's really an ancient practice, and it's just so.
Where did
beautiful.
it originate? Do you know?
Well, the crystal bowls are Buddhists. Was originally a Buddhist practice, but I'm sure many civilizations have used sound with the drum, for example. My goodness!
Oh, for goodness sake! Come on, I have drums. Believe
Drumming,
me,
I mean-
not drums. I'm not a drummer. I use them in journeying and my healings, my Native American healings. I also use them in Reiki. So. But oh yeah, yeah.
Absolutely.
It brings you
Drumming
to another level.
It absolutely
Brings you to
does.
another level.
And-
So
yeah.
when you're doing the crystal bowl meditations, it's really bringing people to another level, isn't it?
That's
Okay.
absolutely what it is. Yes.
So what is the difference between a crystal bowl and a metal bowl? Okay, one made of metal. Because before the show, I was talking to you about that, and I was telling you how my granddaughter Ava, she's 11, and she saw the crystal bowls that my daughter Kelly had given me as a gift, right, to the singing bowls. And so she saw the metal bowls out in a store, and she started playing it, and she loved it. So what is the difference?
That's a great question, because they're both beautiful. The metal, or as they call sometimes Tibetan bowl.
Yes.
As they're made, like each time they bang the bowl to form it, they say a prayer, and so it's amazing energy. Also, when you play the bowl, the vibration is there. It's also sound healing. The difference with crystal, it's the medium, right? So we have silica in our bodies, and we have an affinity for quartz.
There you go.
And so now once they have the technology to make the crystal bowl, it's just such a great medium for our energy, and so it can remove the blockages.
See, now that's very interesting what you brought up, because, well, so here's some clear quartz crystal. It's a piece that I keep on my desk. But this, and then even the crystal points, even if you have a crystal point that you put in your hands to meditate, right? It really helps the vibration of the meditation, the healing vibration. And as far as the clear quartz crystal, many times you can take any kind of a stone that you're charging, and you can combine it with any clear quartz crystal, and it makes it even more powerful. Yes, have you done that? Did you ever do
Absolutely.
that?
I love crystals.
I know you do. I'm looking at what you're wearing
Mostly
there, girl.
moonstone, yeah.
Okay, I'm looking. Yeah, I see that moonstone. I love moonstone.
Yeah.
But, so that makes perfect sense to me, the way you explained it. But see, you're explaining it also scientifically, right? So, okay, so go ahead. I'm sorry.
No.
I just find it so interesting.
No, it really is. I absolutely agree with you, because it's just amazing. I'll just say a couple sentences about how they're made to say how they're different.
Oh,
right,
please,
from metal.
please.
So it's pure quartz crystals, like 99.8% or something, and then they have sand. They blend it with sand, but they heat it to an extreme temperature in a kiln or whatever it is, 4,000 degrees. And that's how the bowls are. Yeah, that's hot. That's how they're molded, and the bowls are matched to a musical note on the scale, and that affects each chakra in our body. Energy center going up the midline has a musical note and is just into a color and a whole science behind that. So the bowl is digitally programmed to be a certain note. And so that's also why they affect your energy centers, because of the note, the sound that they're making. Each bowl has a different note.
Okay, so say someone has a problem with their stomach, right? All right, and they ask you to help them with your sound healing. What would you do? What bowl would you use, or what would you do? What tone?
Yeah, I mean, it really, so if you identify the chakra, you could,
Right.
you could use the bowl for that particular area.
Which would be your solar plexus.
Right.
Right?
Right. And so you would
Okay.
use the
So then
bowl
you
for
have a
that.
special bowl for the solar plexus, right? Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. In any particular area of the body. The interesting thing is, people may not realize, they may be uncomfortable, but they might not be able to tell you where the blockage is. They could tell you maybe if there's a stomach issue.
That's the truth.
Right. So we know, because we're both Reiki practitioners, we know how Reiki affects the body and the chakras, but the bowls affect also just by creating energy flow. And so wherever that blockage is, like the bowls that I'm going to play a little later, they cover the whole body, the whole 7 chakras, the way they're spaced out, the notes.
And so the way that you do that, and the way that you're saying that they're spaced out so that it covers all 7 chakras, right? And probably a few more up there. And so is that balancing your chakras the same way that a holy fire Reiki session would do? Okay.
What a fantastic question.
Yeah.
Because that's, one of the reasons that I combine them is because it's like more power.
There you go.
So
That's great.
they're really doing the same thing, more power, right? Holy
Yep.
fire is powerful. It really is. And the bowl, so you could do either one alone. And we know, Reiki is a spiritual practice. It's not a religious practice, and we are connected to universal energy. And so that energy is what's doing the work, going wherever it's needed in the body to remove any blockages. We could have our hand on the shoulders and it's removing blockages in the legs, or
Absolutely. It
anywhere.
flows where it needs to go.
Exactly.
Yeah, you can't do it wrong. That's what I always explain. Now, let me ask you something. Because when you came to me, you were already Usui Reiki practitioner, right?
Yeah.
And then you came to me for the Holy Fire Reiki Master class, right? So what did you notice the difference in the energy between the regular Usui Reiki and the Holy Fire?
It was very noticeable, and I can use the phrase again of more power, because that's what it is. It's more refined and powerful and really self-directed, if you will. And it was just total intuition that brought me to you when I decided to do the master level, and I saw you were offering Holy Fire. I just knew I had to do it, and it really is different. It's absolutely beautiful. So again, more power, but directed, higher source of energy, and it goes directly to the person wherever they are at that moment, which is also true when you're working, but it's noticeable difference.
And due to the fact that you have the energy of the Holy Fire Reiki, so we're talking about really super powerful energy. When you're doing a meditation with the crystal bowls, that's being sent out, right? Okay. Even more so than just a person that's just playing the bowls. Isn't that true? Or am I wrong?
No, that's very true, because it's really both. It's both, and that makes it even more powerful.
Well, I'm really looking forward to the meditation that you're going to be doing for us here tonight. You're going to be actually doing a Holy Fire Reiki crystal bowl meditation. Right? So
right.
Everybody get ready and stand by, because when we come back, that's what you're going to get to experience here tonight. Thank you.
This is the Holy Fire Reiki Crystal Bowl Meditation. We'll begin with a guided portion of the meditation, and then when I stop talking, I'll play the crystal bowls, and during that time you will be receiving Holy Fire Reiki for your highest good, whatever you need at this moment. That could be physical, emotional, mental, spiritual, or any combination. So please be sitting with a straight spine or laying down with a straight spine, and do not cross any body parts. Have a blanket nearby so you'll be warm. You might want to close your eyes. So take a couple of deep breaths in and out. Breathe in peace and breathe out release. Breathe in peace and breathe out release. Breathe in peace. Breathe out release. Well, let's just take one moment to relax the body, starting with the feet. Imagine they are grounded to Mother Earth, pulling up that earth energy right from the core into your feet, up your legs, over your hips, into your body, up to your shoulders and down your arms. Feel that warm earth energy up your neck, into your head, and also feel connected to the heavens above. So you're connected to both the earth and the heavens, and relaxing any tension you may feel in the body. So let's take a walk together. Let's go into the forest. The leaves are so pretty this time of year. Orange, yellow, red, as they turn color. And as we walk into the forest, you can hear the leaves crunching under your feet, following the path. You can smell the pine. There's some pine trees in this forest. The sun is warm. You feel a light breeze on your skin. You can hear some small animals as you walk around. They're scurrying on the floor of the forest. And hear some birds overhead calling out to each other. And as you walk along, just noticing how peaceful and quiet it is. You can hear some water rushing up ahead. You decide to walk in that direction to see the waterfall. So you follow the path. And as you go along the bend, you see the body of water. And up ahead, cascading down the rocks, is a beautiful waterfall. And in this clearing, you look up at the sky. It's beautiful blue color with the puffy white clouds. Feeling the breeze on your skin. As you look up, you notice the sun is exceptionally bright, shimmering, glittering light that's coming down from the heavens, shining into the water. It's the most beautiful light you've ever seen. And as you gaze up into the light, you want to let this light enter your soul and let this light guide you. This light that's coming down from the heavens, allow this light to guide you. tension back to your body. Maybe stretch in a way, whatever way feels most comfortable to you. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Namaste.
Welcome back. I hope everyone enjoyed that holy fire, Reiki, crystal bowl meditation that Joann just did for us. It was absolutely beautiful. I hope you all feel very, very relaxed now and realize that this has also balanced all your chakras for you. So, Joann, explain to us what we just experienced that was just so outstanding. It was absolutely wonderful. Thank you so much.
It was my great pleasure. I'm just so happy for people to experience it, and each and every person will have their own unique experience based on their highest good, whatever their needs are at this moment, any issues, which is very individual, or healing on any level, physical, emotional, mental, spiritual, any combination. And it gives me great joy to combine Reiki and sound healing. So
Yeah.
it's my pleasure.
And the fact that this particular show, besides being shown on Sunday nights at 7:30 p.m. on Channel 35, FiOS, and 79 Spectrum, it's going to be playing for the month of November. So you'll get to enjoy this again. And anytime you want, you can also see it on YouTube underneath the show name. So people can go back and experience this more than just what they did tonight. And so now, when you say that each person has their own experience, can you explain that a little bit better?
Sure. I mean, their own reaction, their own feelings,
Right.
their own how they experienced it during that 20 minutes or so. Some people may see colors. Some people may see images. They may have something pop into their mind, a question they have been wondering about. They may feel something physical in their body, some release. Falling asleep is fine. The energy still goes wherever it's needed. There may be a tear. It's not a sad thing. It's like a release. So that's what I mean. That's a really good question when I use this language. It's really unique to whatever that person needed. So it's not like this person had a better reaction than that person, because it's unique to them.
Very unique, yes. And sometimes, like you said, colors, or maybe they experienced finally getting an answer to something that had been bothering them. So, when I do a Reiki session, a Holy Fire Reiki session, many times, and I'm sure this is true for you, it's unique for each person. And they will experience something. Maybe a loved one could come to them while they're experiencing the Reiki, or maybe they'll just go to a beautiful place. But everybody, I gotta tell you, and I'm sure with you too, always leaves relaxed, completely relaxed, and feeling very, very, very balanced. Mentally and physically, emotionally, spiritually, yes. So now, when you do a Reiki session, do you then do a crystal bowl healing for the person too? How does that work?
That would be a possibility. I don't tend to do that. I just do Reiki, a Reiki session or a crystal bowl meditation as a separate thing in the future. It's a possibility to combine them, because they're the ultralight bowls, which is what I played tonight, are meant for mobility and they're considered therapeutic, and they even make them that are handheld. So I could actually play it for a person. So I don't at the moment, but that's absolutely a possibility. And I agree with you when you say deep relaxation, the person would not know where their body stops and the table begins.
Yeah, that's the truth.
And that's the goal.
That's the truth. And I know myself and a lot of Reiki practitioners that I know that have been students of mine and masters, they report too back that when they do a Reiki session, many times the experiences that they have in reference to the person and connecting, because you're connecting completely with that person's spirit. Does that happen to you?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's really like it's like you become one.
Right.
Just one big white light of healing, And again, it's, focused on whatever the person needs at that moment. And I do always say to people, almost always, that how easy it is to learn Reiki and how beautiful it is. I wish everyone would learn Reiki, because you do self Reiki. And so it's just a lifestyle, really, right? Of being very peaceful, peace within, peace
It's a
without.
lifestyle. Yeah.
So,
It's a
absolutely. Yeah.
Well, yeah, because I mean, right from an attunement, the first attunement, say, from Reiki 1, what ends up happening, and I would like you to share your experience, but everybody reacts differently to that for the Usui level 1 Reiki attunement. Because it's the first time that a person has ever really experienced the Reiki energy, usually, unless they had had a healing. And what that does is really open up all the senses, including the sixth sense. And everybody has a different kind of an experience. Some people feel extremely peaceful. I know people that have cried during it because it was a release of emotion that was extremely healing for them. But how about you? So have you experienced that too?
Yeah, it was very powerful. The Reiki 1 was a lot of heat and energy. Reiki 2 was a real connection with psychic ability, which just happens, as you say, you're opening up to universal energy.
Absolutely.
And it's just a beautiful thing. We all have the ability, and all we have to do is experience it. So Reiki is a beautiful way to do it. There are other energy practices.
Absolutely.
I love
Absolutely.
Reiki.
Absolutely. So do I. I do other energy practices like Native American healing, etc., reconnective healing. But we're going to have to wrap up now. I wanted to thank you so much for being our guest here tonight and for what you just so beautifully gave to our audience. Now, why don't we also give them a beautiful Holy Fire Reiki blessing for Thanksgiving? Thank you so much for tuning in. Many, many, many bright, bright blessings that we're sending your way. Much love, much abundance. Thank you.